Merry Christmas and hello. You're listening to the Empire Evolutions podcast, where we talk about energy, intuition, and evolution. My name is Tori. I am your host, and let's build this empire together. All right. Now, as we always start with a weekly astrology report. So let's get that going for you guys. Now, once again, when you see this video or when this video calls to you, it is for you. So timing doesn't really necessarily mean anything. But go ahead, take a quick listen, take a quick gander. All right, so we are in Capricorn season, so we're in full swing of it. So right now is the time to set your sights on 2026. Create a serious plan about what you want in 2026. I think for a lot of us, 2026 is going to be bigger than we expected. A lot more than we expect. Excuse me. If you know, when I channel energies, I do yawn. I apologize. If you heard that, you started yawning. The moon is going to be affecting us next week as well. Or the week coming. Now, the reason being is because there's a lot of habits that we need to break. Now is the time to let go of old habits, beliefs. Just reflect on your emotions. And of course, it is the end of the year. We'll be starting a new season next year, but it's the end of the year. So you definitely want to tie up any loose ends, and we gotta start leaving that baggage in 2025. So quick breakdown for next week. I'm going to give you like a little bit of a day by day thing here. From the 26th to the 27th, which is Friday and Saturday, that's the time you're going to reset and reflect. It's a good time for like journaling and just reviewing the year past. I mean, I've been doing this myself. Not so much physically because I ain't got time to write nothing down. Plus all my stuff is in storage. I don't know where my notebooks are or any of that kind of stuff. But definitely you want to make sure that you let loose of any energy that doesn't need to be there. Emotional clarity will come through when that happens. But honestly, for the next couple days, the 26th and 27th, let go and begin grounding. On the 29th, 28th, and 29th, that's planning mode. What motivates you for next year? What motivates you to be better for next year? What goals do you have? What budgets do you want to set? Make a realistic plan on those days for yourself to move forward. On the 30th and 31st, that's where threshold energy sits, and I wrote down threshold, and I might have just saw that somewhere, but that's where you start creating your intentions. Having closure conversations from the prior year. This is where you leave that person that you do not want to be in 2025. That's where you do that. And then the first and second is quiet momentum. Yes, I think you're gonna run into next year. You're gonna just have a slow beginning. Very intentional, very aligned with your purpose and your purpose only. Now, before I get into love and money here, I do want to say that next year is the year where everything changes. Now, for myself, I can only take myself as an example here. The person you see in front of you, which is probably another reason why I'm doing this with no makeup, just hair and glasses. But the person you see in front of you is not going to be the same person that you're going to see at the end of next year. And I would love for you all to take that journey with me as well, because that would just be beautiful. You guys can witness, what I preach in person. However, for yourself too, a lot of you are in positions right now that don't seem very aligned with who you are or where you want to be. Next year changes that. The energy I'm feeling next year is so beautiful that hell, you might even have a new name. Some of you. You never know. And if, I mean, that's if you're not married. But if you are married, you might have a serious uplift depending on your partnership. For some of you, there could be babies. For some of you, there could be just, you know, a new job, or you're going to have a job love combo that's working out for you, or something of that nature. I definitely do think next year is very intense. And everything that I'm going to be doing next year is going to be super intentional. And now, speaking of love and relationships, Capricornic energy is very, like, serious. And Capricorn people, or people who have Capricornic, like, traits in their chart, are intentional. So when it comes to love, anything that's not satisfying you is gonna go. I do feel like a lot of us are evaluating what we want in our future, and that's also within love, myself included. It's a good week to have those conversations and just be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself, and well, mainly yourself, but others too. As far as work is concerned, it's time to set those goals for 2026. Restructure your finances, organize your schedule, just make a plan for work. Whatever you do, make a plan, write it down, and whatever you want, as long as it's written down, stash it somewhere where you're gonna forget it, because they'll come true that way. As far as next week, do not overwork yourself. There's a lot going on. We're still in the holidays, which Merry Christmas, by the way. It is Christmas when I'm shooting this, and Happy New Year when you see this, because it will be the new year. So there's some emotional withdrawal. So definitely express your emotions in a healthy way. You can set some goals here. Excuse me, based on your alignment. So set those goals based off your alignment. In fact, I actually wrote down a mantra that I saw relating to this. And for those of you that like this kind of stuff, all you have to do is say, I release what no longer supports me, and step into the new year with clarity and intention. When I say it again, I release what no longer supports me, and step into the new year with clarity and intention. All right, now moving on to the psychic part here. As far as next week, I'm feeling communication is also going to be key for some reason. I'm getting very strong communicational vibes. I'm literally seeing a phone ringing, so you could be getting a phone call, a text message, some sort of communication about something that you are doing or want to do. For some of you, this could be a new job. Others of you, it's an opportunity. Whew. It also is 11:30 when I'm shooting this on Christmas night, because I wanted to make sure it was up on time for you guys, because I got to be consistent. But another shit chapstick. Damn, this is a very uncanny episode. Anyway, but next week I do think there is going to be some sort of like reflection. I do feel emotions, so there are going to be some emotions tied to next week. I don't know if they're tied to something in the past or tied to something in the future, but I definitely do feel emotions. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is the tarot portion. I'm using the Unknown Tarot. It's a little more intuitive than I would normally go. Oh, come on, are you for real? Sorry, I'm weird. When it comes to my tarot, if the cards aren't all facing the same way, I feel like I can't use the deck. However, I don't have time to actually not do that, so so we're just gonna have to use it today. All right, spirit guide, angel guides, and ancestors. Twitch could be very important. My Twitch app just went off, so that could be very important for some of you. Maybe somebody's gonna be on Twitch soon. As long as you don't become one of those streamers, like I don't know. Those are kick streamers. As long as you don't become a kick streamer, I think you're okay. If you're a kick streamer, I doubt you're here, but please don't. Please don't. They're the worst. All right, what do we got here, baby? start out with the High Priestess. Now, for those of you that can see the card, you do see a tiger. Tigers are known for having very well intuition. They're known for moving in silence. You may need to move in silence, but I also do think when it comes to the High Priestess, that's Pisces energy. You are very, very intuitive. You know something's coming. You feel something coming. What this thing is, you're not sure, but you're being guided to this. Okay, Spirit, it's a beautiful start. Beautiful start. What else we got here, Spirit? Also, drink more water. I'm hearing someone needs to drink water. That could be just for me, because I've been kind of napping all day. So we have the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is always about happiness. It's always about fulfillment. It's about life. For some of you, it could be happy family. The statement "happy wife, happy life" comes up. So I don't know. Maybe somebody needs to make their wife happy, or you may be the wife that needs to be happy. Who knows? But I do think you're moving towards happiness, slowly but surely. You're being guided towards that, whatever that looks like for you, because that's different for everybody. We have the, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles is always fun to me, because the 7 of Pentacles just means that you, sorry, I'm just moving around. You planted seeds, and now you're waiting for those seeds to grow. So I do think that whatever happiness you're going towards, you have already started. It's just like you're waiting for those little nuggets to come back. We have the 5 of Pentacles. For some of you, I don't know, Beauty and the Beast, like the rose in Beauty and the Beast, also significant here. But for some of you, the 5 of Pentacles is definitely just a nod to, like, things may not be beautiful at this moment. However, don't dwell on what's happening right now, because you have a lot coming in the future. You have a lot coming in the future. Let me get one more for this row, and then I'll read the whole row. We have the Hanged One. Well, the Hanged Man, which is a bat. Batman could be significant. I just heard Batman. But definitely when it comes to Hanged Man energy, it's just being a little stuck. Being a little stuck. You might feel a little stuck. You might feel a little, like, stagnant at this moment. But I do think that things are opening up for you. Now, on the bottom of the first row, we have the Father of Cups. Okay. Now, if you know anything about the Father of Cups, that is a very emotionally stable person. Now, what I see on this first row is I do see there is definitely happiness coming, and you planted those seeds. However, you can't stay in what you're in right now. For some of you, you might be in a situation where you are just in something that, like, isn't very beautiful right now. When I say not very beautiful, something just may not be right. I know December for myself has been a whirlwind of emotions, a whirlwind of letting go, and a whirlwind of figuring out, you know, what I want out of life. You could also be in that same energy, and with the Father of Cups, it also does give emotional maturity. So you definitely could be doing that as well. All right, Spirit, let's get cards to clarify. Why do we have the High Priestess, Spirit? What does the High Priestess have here? Why do we have the High Priestess, Spirit? Justice. Now, this card has a rainbow in it. Somebody here could be LGBTQIA. No judgment here, of course not. Like, look at me. I look like a whole, who do I look like right now? What's that chick's name from? I don't remember her name, but she's the one over in California with the real deep voice. That's who I look like right now. The one, my father. Yeah, that one. Has a New Jersey accent. I forget her name. I love her to pieces. I forget her name. Anyway, Justice. Justice, justice, justice. You know what I like about justice? Is anybody who's done you wrong is gonna get their wrongdoing. Justice literally means that. Karmic justice, you know, elevated justice, justice. Like there's no rest for the wicked. So anybody who has done you wrong will definitely get their karma. Whether it's going to be fast or slow, they will have that karma. We have the Six of Wands. Yeah, Six of Wands. Butterfly. Rebirth. But Six of Wands is always about like victory, success. With the wands? Yeah, this is victory, success. I do think you're gonna have some success here. It's just like you don't see it. Father of Swords is on the bottom. We have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is interesting because it's always about defense. As you can tell, there's these wands around. For some of you that can't see, there is wands around a bigger one that's on fire. I think you're highly protected right now. But I think it's time to shine. It's giving very much that don't let those other wands hold you back. Now this is for anybody. Whether you want to cook something, whether you want to be a chef. I've been watching Food Network a lot recently, so that's a weird reference, but you know what I mean. Whether you want to cook something, whether you want to be a rapper, you want to start your own podcast, start your own business. I think next year is the year to do it. I think if you have anything in your mind that you want to do, something that popped up, an idea, next year is the year to do it. Shine bright like a diamond is what I just heard. I don't know, maybe somebody's shining bright like a diamond. Three of Wands. A lot of Wands energy, a lot of passion here. Yeah, you're waiting for something. You're waiting for something. But I don't think it's necessarily you. I think the universe is waiting on you to get out of that funk. Once you get out of that funk, then the sky is yours. It's like a feeling and it's a subconscious feeling. You may not feel this like consciously, that you're not enough. That things around you are not doing what they need to do because you're not enough. And then we have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is always about like other people. It's about competition. It's about embracing that inner part of you. You might be having a lot of inner conflict. Like I said, I think there's a lot of inner conflict. But once you get out of that inner conflict, you are going to be in a whole different place. We have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is communication. Ace of Swords is like a new idea, new opportunity for something communicational. You could very well be, and then we have the Fool on the bottom of that. I'm telling you. This next week, you're going to not only understand your power, but you're going to put a plan in motion that is going to begin something that is going to change the course of life. I love this. I love this. I love this. For some of you, this could be a job. For some of you, this could be an idea. For some of you, this could even just be the birth of the new chapter in life. It's not, like I said, for a few of you it may seem very, very small, very, very minimal, but those minimal things are going to add up to massive things in the future. Let's get some crystals for you guys. YouTube can be very important. My YouTube just lit up. Healer. You could be a healer. You could be speaking about healing. You could be healing people through your music, through your art, through your love. Whether it's somebody massive or somebody minor, like you're healing. You're healing yourself and you're healing others. Emotional healing. Like I said, I think there's gonna be some emotions like next week that pop up, but you need to clear those out because where you're going, those emotions aren't gonna matter. So you still need to have them so you understand why you had them. This one hit the floor. Let me grab it. Oh. All right, we have animals. Animals can be very significant. Animals can be very, very significant for you at this time. Animals, they probably cling to you too. I'm specifically seeing a cat. Somebody may have a cat, like an orange cat, maybe. I'm seeing an orange cat. Or you might see an orange cat. You might get an orange cat, I don't know. I'm also seeing a very tan dog. Imbalance. You're learning how to balance. Learning how to balance. On the bottom we have past life, followed by fertility, acceptance, and forgiveness. You know, you're in a phase of just letting go. Letting go. I think your past life issues are popping up and they are just being extinguished. They are just being extinguished. So once those are gone, once you've healed those aspects of yourself, that's when you tend to level up. People don't understand that, but at the same time they do. Did I not? Oh, right here. All right, let's get some astro cards here to back up the statements. All right, Spirit, what do we have astrologically? What do we have astrologically? Tenth house. The 10th house is authority. Now, first of all, I'm getting it. Take authority over your life, but the 10th house is about work. It's about the pinnacle of your career, climbing the top of the mountain. You have an idea that's going to get you there. Now, you may not be there next week, but that idea that you have is going to get you there. Whether you are, thinking about how to run a business, whether you are thinking about investing into a business, whether you are thinking about, planting trees in this place that you've never planted trees before. I don't know why I had to say it like that, but I don't know, read into it a little bit. It gives very much that this is where you need to be. Where you need to be. All right, we have Cancer. Immerse yourself. You could have Cancer in your chart, but definitely immerse yourself in this opportunity. This opportunity to move forward. Now, if your 10th house is in Cancer, you could be looking at like a job of like nursing or helping people, therapy, that type of thing. We also have Pluto. I don't know why I said it like that, but Pluto is definitely something interesting. And the reason why I say Pluto is interesting is because Pluto is about rebirth. I think you are in the beginning stages of a rebirth. Next year, you're going to be, like I said, by the end of next year, you're not even going to recognize yourself. The person that's sitting across from me right now, you're not going to recognize yourself. We're going to do one more here. We got two more because two came out. We have relationships and we have the North Node, which is future. Now, I am still planning on doing a yearly astrology report for next year. That's going to be the bonus episode, the last episode of this season. The last episode of this season. So we'll get to that in just a little bit. But either way, I do think that next year the future is going to be within your relationships. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean a love relationship. For some of you, yes, but I think the relationships overall, like your work relationships, your business relationships, your platonic relationships, are all changing in the future. And because of those changes, you are about to uplift and change yourself. Cancer, you may have your 7th house in Cancer as well. Pluto could be in there somewhere. But symbolism. Look for the symbols. They're all over the place. They are all over the place. All right, let's get you some advice. Oh wait, I'm missing the T cards. Let's get the T cards. We gotta have the T. You can't not have T when you have tarot. It's just that's it. Like simple. Let's see. What's the T spirit? Make it juicy. Let's get something juicy. I have Boss Daddy. Now, if you know me, I love me a Boss Daddy. But this is like divine masculine energy, like stable, rich business owner, CEO, BDE energy. Like I said, somebody here is creating a business. Whatever business you have, do it. Go for it. You might get Boss Daddy or Baddie energy. I mean, can I meet a Boss Daddy, please? I'm joking. Not really. You could be rich by the end of next year too. Some of you, not all of you. Not all of you. We're still on the Trump regime. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. Radiate with truth. Your light triggers darkness. Stay unapologetically you. Shine. I think I talked about this earlier. It's time to shine. It is time to shine. I could be talking to a masculine here, but it feels like there's a message for a masculine, and it's like, that's not for you. You know what's for you. Masculine doesn't mean man. No, let's keep that real. I'm going to read the ones that flipped. We have scarcity tactics, followed by creeping. You could have an energy like, here's the thing, there could be energy that's weighing you down, you don't even know it. This could be another person, could be another place. We have divine abuser. For some of you, this could be somebody, putting a little witchcraft on you. I don't really think everybody's out here doing witchcraft. I'm going to be honest with you. In fact, I think it'd be weird if everybody did. But there are some people that are. We have to keep it real. So I'm not saying that this boss energy is going to be separated from everything, but I am saying that there's somebody creeping in on this that doesn't have the best interest at heart, or something is creeping in. It could be an energy from the other side, maybe not necessarily a person. I do see the Bible here. Somebody could be very into the Bible, into the church, Christianity. Which we don't judge over here, so that's you. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I sometimes think open that Bible gives you more demons than anything else would. But that's a story and a topic for a different day. When I get a co-host one day next year. But overall, I do think things are just happening, and they're happening in the best way for you. Let's get you some advice real quick. Sorry, another card just fell. Someone grab that. Also, people could just be wishing for your downfall. I know who's wishing on my downfall, and if you're watching this, you big fat bitch, I got you. I don't know why I felt like I need to say that. Anyway, because she ain't gonna watch this. Release control. This is your advice, by the way. Work through your feelings. Oh, well, that's evident. I feel like for the next week, let things play out. Let things play out and find balance. There's a lot about balance next week. a lot about balance, and then relax. I do think you need to release control, let things happen, and work through any feelings you have so that you do not carry them into 2026. Okay, now just a quick little rant report because we have reached 30 minutes and I try to keep it around 30 minutes. Just remember next week is going to be about you. I need you to forget everybody else. Bring that energy here. Bring that energy to yourself. Call your energy back, and not just call it back in a simple, hey, I want my energy back. No, take that shit back. Like, for example, I blocked all of my dating apps. I'm no longer dating because it's a whole thing. We'll definitely get into it on a different episode because I've started planning out for 2026, but that's beside the point. I do think that for you, for a lot of you, it's next week. It's time to just let go. I'm hearing let go and let God for those of you who are into opening the Bible. I'm not saying that I wouldn't open the Bible, but it just sometimes doesn't seem very for me. And I know somebody's probably gonna be like, well, your ancestors said, yeah, they may have said and they may have done, but what worked for them did not work for me, or does not work for me. But that's just not the point. I'm ranting. Just remember next week is just going to be a good week as far as everything else. I don't see anything too bad happening for work. I just see you kind of like slowing down a little bit. Obviously new year, new goals. And here's the thing, is every year we make goals and resolutions. If you decide to make a resolution next year, stick to it. Show them hoes that you that bitch or you that man, whatever you want to be called, because apparently there's men baddies running around here and I don't know what that means, because I thought a man baddie was like what is his name? I can't even think of his name right now. Rolling Ray, bless his soul. Who was the Rolling Ray on the show with? Bobby Light. That's what I think a man baddie looks like, is Bobby Light. So I don't understand what male baddies are, but anyway, I definitely do think that, we are in a position right now to like where we can actually plan and move forward without I'm gonna say this again, without looking at the past too much. I feel like, this current administrative vibe that we're in may not be the best. I feel like everybody here knows where I stand on that, as well as most people here probably agree with me when I stand on that. If you don't, that's your problem, not mine. And frankly, you can fuck off. But anyway, with them in power, it's not the greatest right now outside of that. So we have to make everything inside of us perfect, because when they leave, we are going to be left picking up the pieces, not only for ourselves, but for the rest of the country. And it is time for us to move. I don't know where this is coming from, but it's time for us to move. It's time for us to move. Apparently my hair is all over the place. But I love you guys. Have a happy new year. I don't think this year I'll be getting as drunk as I did last New Year's. But have a happy new year. Stay beautiful, stay blessed. And if I inspired you today and made you feel, like you want to help someone else out, share this video with them. Therefore, we can build their empire as well. All right. Now, these readings are for whenever you find them. They're not just for the week of the 19th. Oh, girl, I'm going back in time. The 26th to the 2nd. But stay beautiful, stay bold, say all those beautiful things that keep you the person that you are. Always remember to, like the video, leave a comment. Let's start engaging. Leave a comment, as well as share it with your friends, share it with people you love. Let's get my face all over the place so I can help you and everybody out. Now, if you would like a private reading, you can do so. Hit me up on Instagram at Tori the Terrific. The CHA, because the THE one was taken and I'm just not doing that. And if you also can follow all of my podcasts, socials with Empire Exchange Pod, that would be greatly appreciated as well. All right, now I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the new year with season 2. There wasn't really much of season 1, but it was enough. So, as I always say, stay divine, stay royal.